Welcome to the D&D Morning Show. So we finally got a name. Yay!
We're going with the D&D Morning Show.
I kept throwing all the ideas at Drew over and over.
Yeah.
And finally he said, we can have the D&D show.
Didn't love D squared.
Nah.
I think double D's been taken.
Double D's kind of referring to something else.
It's been taken
other than the morning show.
So, anyways, I think it's cool. D&D.
D&D Morning Show. That's what's up.
So, fun facts. What do you got?
Let's start with mine.
Alright.
Okay. So I didn't know this about myself actually until I met Drew, but I found out that I'm a close stalker.
What is it? Dorothy has no, boundary, what do you call it? Personal
space, I guess.
So when I first met Dorothy, she'd always be coming really close to me and I'd be backing up.
Slowly, but I didn't get the hint. I just was move closer to him. I'm like, what is this guy backing up for?
Yeah,
So I'm a close stalker.
One time I had to move Dorothy back because she kept coming and I was like...
He picked me up and moved to me. I'm like, what's this about? What's he doing?
We didn't know each other all that well and she just kept coming and I was I was quite an introvert. I think I am now still a bit, but...
Yeah, he is.
Not used to the radio or talking or video, whatever, not used to people being in my face and I would get so uncomfortable
And I was all bubbly and and Drew's this straight and narrow
move back. But I'm sure she does that with other people and doesn't know it. I would guess.
Well, Drew's the only one who has ever told me. You talk a little close. Oh, really? Sorry about that.
And what's mine?
What do you got?
What was mine?
Eating like a mouse.
Oh, eating like a mouse. Slow eater. I'm a slow eater.
He's the slowest eater ever.
I enjoy my food. I don't see a problem with this.
I didn't say it was a problem. But when Drew and I first started hanging out and eating together, I'd be like, oh my gosh, how long is this gonna take? And I used to be the soup. I've slowed down actually a lot because I was the fastest eater ever. I just slop that up, dinner's up, and I'd be done. Drew have 2 bites in.
I'd look over at her plate and be gone, and I'd be like,
what's going on?
What happened to your food? Someone stole your food.
The dog ate it? I don't know. But we go out for dinner, and I'd be like, jeez, this gonna be here for 5 hours at this rate. Oh my gosh, got somewhere to be.
Yeah, so we got into some arguments when I was in college with some friends, we were kind of joking around and you eat too slow. And then I remember I was at some family's house one time and distant families, we hadn't ate together for a while and my cousins started making fun of me because I was eating so slow and they were saying you need grandpa's hot plate because I guess grandpa used to eat really slow. I don't know. But I would always eat slow and I would enjoy my food. You know what the thing is we're going to get into mindful eating here, but the thing is sometimes I look at my plate. Actually happens. I look at my plate and there's all this food there and I think, how is my stomach going to be able to digest that much food? And it's not really conscious. That was just how I ate. And then I would, I eat slowly and I enjoy my food and then you sit across from someone else and they swallow their food in about 4 minutes and I'll sit down and I'll eat in 20 minutes at least for a meal. 20 minutes later and I'm still eating and I'm enjoying my food and whatever you listen and you talk to someone and I don't know, you talk yourself and
it's an experience.
And you enjoy it and then of course then there's the opposite. When I met Dorothy, she was just as quick as she could and I think that's normal.
Oh yeah, and I had all of these stomach issues and I believe that was part of it. There was a number of things a part of my stomach problems, but I think that was a big part of the trouble I was having was because I ate way too fast.
Mm-hmm. Well, when I think about it, I think about the food that we have on our plate, and our body has to digest each one of those and each one of those nutrients, all that food. And there's usually so much of it. Like we'll talk now maybe in another video about smaller portions and how that food is used as energy and it's easier to digest. But I mean, for the most part, when we eat slower, our body digests at a more efficient rate, which means it can digest it, it can utilize it, if you use it as energy, it can burn as body fat. But when we have all this food and we just swallow it in minutes, our body can't digest that food. It doesn't know what to do with it. So some of it's stored as body fat, some of it's excreted. It's not burnt as energy, and we're stuck with full stomachs. We want to fall asleep and such. And I just think that's so important when we talk about mindful eating to pay attention to the food you're eating and enjoy it.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in here and talk about how I went from like a human, garbage, pale eater, whatever, to a more mindful eating. And it takes like conscious effort still for me to slow down. And luckily, Drew sends me gentle reminders sometimes. When I run into trouble the most is when it's so good. Like Drew's the opposite. He's like, this is so good, I'm gonna take my time. And I'm like, this is so good, I'm just gonna eat it up. But what's kind of helped me, well, is having the support of Drew reminding me, but being conscious myself, counting my chews. That sounds ridiculous, I know, but to really slow down and make sure I'm chewing before I'm swallowing, like 20 times even. Something else is actually putting my fork down while I'm chewing. So if I'm have a mouthful, put my fork down on the plate, swallow, have a little chat, pick the fork back up. But that's been really helpful. A couple of things that's helped me be able to slow down, but also making that time for myself to sit down and eat a meal, because I think that's a lot of times too why we rush and eat so quickly, is because there's no time, right?
That's a good point.
And I got into a really bad habit of rush eating at school, right? I wouldn't like sit down and eat. I would eat at photocopier, or I would eat while I'm walking the halls, and so I started at school like sitting down with the kids and eating.
Yeah, I think it makes a big difference, just being conscious of it. And that's why we talk about mindful eating. When there's a good plate of food there, I always say, we joke, and I say that I don't want this to end. So I eat slower to enjoy each bite, and then there's the opposite. And you're much better now.
Yes.
But I think maybe I might have an advantage because I've always been slow for whatever reason. But I think the majority of people just naturally eat fast for whatever reason. And of course, the better the food tastes, the quicker you want to eat it, like you're saying. But I think if you're just mindful and you put your plate down, or you put it next to you, and you have a drink of water or whatever you're drinking, and you enjoy a conversation instead of just getting through the meal, then it's fine and it's over with. And then it's over with. It's gone. We spend a lot of time making delicious food, and I'm sure our members can attest to that. We put a lot of time and effort into our meal plans, and those are the foods that we consume ourselves.
Yes.
So that's why they taste so good, is because we've been experimenting with these foods for years, and just over this past year, by the time this video is going to go out, we started sharing that with our members.
Yes. And
I just think it makes such a big difference by slowing down, enjoying your food, and just being mindful of how quickly you're eating.
Absolutely, yeah.
And, I think it's funny that we might run into when you go out with, when you're at a table with friends and family, or, we just eat slow, and I think that a lot of people would be done. And I've always been like the last one sitting there, still eating. And I'm sure people are sitting there being like, when is he going to be done?
I used to do that too, like, oh my gosh, is that ever going to be over? But usually if we go out with other couples or with family, we're always the last ones eating.
Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with the other side. That's just us.
That's just us, yeah.
Eating extra slow.
Yeah, for sure.
So we got products here. We're going to recommend a product today. That's where we're at, right? Product?
Yep, let's get into that.
So we're drinking jars with...
Drinking jars.
Drinking jars.
Drinking juice.
Drinking juice
in a jar.
Thank you. That's what you're here for. But this is going to be Bolt House Farms. It's I don't know. I don't have any personal connection to that company or brand. We always find this. To be honest with you, perfectly honest with you, I find this on the discount rack. And
it's like our treat. It's like, yes, the carrot juice on the discount rack. It's carrot juice day.
I get bananas on the discount rack because they're half not rotten. They're just older. I don't even know why they're on the discount rack because you peel them and they're fine inside. Maybe they just don't look all that appealing.
Yeah.
But we get those and we freeze them. We throw them in smoothies or we eat them.
Yeah.
And then I often find this carrot juice and it's I don't know. It's regular like maybe $12. That'd be too much.
I don't know.
We've
never bought it regular price.
It is quite expensive, but here I got it for like $3. This whole you can't get a whole like a single serving. Anyways, that's just a treat for us because this is one ingredient. It's carrots. That's it.
That's it.
It tastes absolutely delicious. I would guess that they would put sugar in there just because it tastes so good, but we enjoy carrots.
But it says ingredients,
Yeah.
Carrots. That's it.
Yeah.
Carrots.
So if you're looking for, and again, this was like a treat. This is something that we usually drink water. To be honest with you, if it's not a green smoothie or a smoothie, it's really water. When we go out, when we go to family, whatever it is, and this is kind of a treat for us to have this kind of juice. So that's what we're going to recommend. That's what I found out on the discount. If you can find it on the discount rack, it's a steal.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely delicious. So I would highly recommend checking out some juice. And whatever you're buying should go bad soon because if it has no shelf life or it'll sit there forever, then there's some problem with it.
You gotta wonder what's in it if it can sit on the shelf for that long.
Right. So we're going to get into our summarization.
Let me open the drawer and take out our meal plan.
This is our spoon drawer.
Hey, don't give it away! He just threw my cover.
You just wanted to use the drawer.
I did.
All right.
Okay, so what do we got going on this week for meal plan wise? We got some more pumpkin. So we got a pumpkin soup this week, delicious, and add a little quinoa in there or something. Something carb wise. In the meal plan, I said add a quinoa, and usually we do that. Drew likes a little something in his soup.
Gotta have something in it.
So that's why usually I add like a quinoa or something to give it something. Otherwise it's like a smoothie maybe. I don't know. Soup smoothie.
But you also need that slow digesting carbohydrate.
Yes.
Right? You need something to sustain your energy and you burn your metabolism, so there should always be some type of slow burning carbohydrate.
Yeah. So other than continuing with our pumpkin theme, we got some Brussels sprouts with the salmon and quinoa. So Drew, I've never really been a fan of Brussels sprouts, but Drew makes a delicious Brussels sprout that I will actually eat. And tell him what you do.
Oh, it's just super simple. I love Brussels sprouts. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're bitter. Is it a bit bitter for you?
Yeah, I don't know. I always called them murder balls when I was a kid because they were like gross. I'm like, wow, I don't know where it came from.
I don't know where it comes from. Where people they don't like them. I think it's just maybe it's green like broccoli. If people don't like broccoli.
I don't know.
So if you don't like Brussels sprouts, I would just recommend giving them a shot because I think sometimes when we were kids, we were like, oh, there's some reason that I never liked those or I don't like them, but try to prepare them in a different way and. Maybe we're a little bit older and give it a shot and you might enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure. And it might take a couple of times too. I know it did for me.
Good point.
To have it.
Give it a shot. I think it's funny, even as adults we're older and we're like, oh, I tried that one time and I never wanted. Are you making fun of me? I tried that one time and I'm never gonna try it again. Just because you didn't like it one time, maybe it was the way you prepared it or the oil it was used or the spices. So give it a shot a few times and if that you don't like it then move on.
Yeah. And then what else we got in the meal plan? Well, I always like your feedback from our members so I know your favorites. So something that always comes back is pizza. That's always one of the favorites.
Homemade pizza.
Homemade.
Everyone loves pizza.
Sorry, homemade veggie pizza. And then we've got some rice paper wraps. That's always a favorite. Portobello's always comes back to as a favorite. And I threw in some homemade fish sticks, so a healthy version of fish sticks, and all kinds of different snacks too. Yeah, so
nice. Why don't you
that's
end
kind of
off
our
with that quote right there?
Another quote.
Is that yours?
So yeah, well, it's not me. I'm not sure. I'm always reading while I'm before bed, and I will write down. Oh, that's something really good. I have to remember. I'll write it on a sticky and put it in my bed night table. So I was cleaning out my night table today or a few days ago, and I found this little sticky, and it says, "You are as good as the people you surround yourself with. Be brave enough to let go of those who keep weighing you down."
I love it.
Yeah.
I think that I said that. That should have my name under it.
I don't think you did. I think it came from a book I was reading.
I think you're reading my book.
Or maybe one of my cards or something. I have angel cards I always read before bed, so maybe it came from there. I don't know.
It's probably not mine. But anyway, that's a good point. That's a good point. Surround yourself with like-minded people, those that lift you up, those that support you, and do your best to push away those ones that don't, because I think it's easy for us to let those people drag us down.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's all we got for today.
All right, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Yeah, we'll see you in the group.
See you later.